Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll be taking a look at the third volume of Dark Horse's collection of Blacksad. I think this is actually probably the fifth of the actual Blacksad volumes because Dark Horse collects some of them together. So this is Blacksad Amarillo. This is written by Juan Diaz-Canales and illustrated by the amazing, absolutely completely amazing Juanjo Guarnido. If you've seen any of these books, or if you've seen any of the other reviews of these books that we've done, you'll know what I mean by Juanjo Guarnido, or as you'll see as soon as I flip it open, this guy is just the absolute beast of an artist. He's got all of the cartooning chops you could want, all of the color abilities that you would want, and just absolutely goes all in on the backgrounds and gives you these super rich worlds for these anthropomorphic characters to exist within. Is always using the anthropomorphic nature of the characters for like really great visual metaphors of personality, just everything you could want. The earlier books are either kind of like basic crime noir stories or they get a little overly political. As the later books go, especially starting in this one, these are really more stories about personalities impacted by political situations more than it is about like showing a particular political ideology, which the earlier volumes did in a more ham-fisted way. This particular volume is extra fun because it's a road trip story where you have Blacksad is hired by this character, Abe, or no, he runs into this Ginsburg character, Abe Greenberg, who's a Ginsburg stand-in, but he's been hired to take this rich guy here's car to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and drop it off. And there he runs into a character from an earlier book. Here we have Abe Greenberg, who's an Allen Ginsberg stand-in. He's like a hippie beat poet. And while he's dealing with this interaction, someone steals the car that he's getting paid to drop off. So then he has to go on this like cross-country trip to get the car back. And his story kind of coincides with this other story of the Greenberg-Ginsburg character. So that gives Guarnido a lot of opportunity to show off his skills with place and ambiance and go on a road trip and really for a European artist, like have this chance to go draw the Americas, this like exotic environment that has all of these different environments within it. So you see a lot of that. You see a lot of this like Americana type of big empty open streets with all of the signs. Here we even get a shout out to like the American comic culture. So you have the characters looking at Mad Magazine, but the Mad Magazine, the Kurtzman drawings have been redone to have animal faces on them. So just really paying homage to like the influence that American cartoons, comics culture has had on the European culture. That also gives Guarnido a chance to really play with different color palettes than normal. Normally, the Blacksad stories were kind of originally set in New York, I think, and always have that kind of dreary New York noir vibe. Here you can get like a field full of sunflowers or poppies or whatever this is. And I've seen fields full of sunflowers that was that brilliant yellow in person. And that's just really letting him play and try something new in his art. And it goes very well. It looks great. And you can feel an artist, being excited and having new things to try. Everything stays fresh. They get to Denver and they get to go see a big like circus environment. So again, a very Americana type of thing. We've got Texas, New Mexico, more chances for really astonishing color play in the watercolors there. And you can see the difference between the two pages as well, just in terms of palette. Now looking, I think we're up like around Denver again, or maybe in the Sierra Nevadas somewhere, but really brilliant kind of sunset colors there, the train going through the hills. Like, these are all things that, since I've been lucky enough to drive around the country, I've seen all these things in person, and you know, been lucky enough to see that. And yes, it just feels like driving across America when you look at this book. There's obviously also plenty of interpersonal things going on in the stories, but you know, read those and enjoy it for yourself. In this volume in particular, I was just impressed with the environments. And then coming to Chicago, you get, yeah, back to like the earth tones, a little bit more austere and gray. I'm sure there's a lot of Payne's gray in here somewhere. And then back to New York as well. So just constantly switching. And yeah, that's what this is. This is a travel book, a detective story. It deals with beat poetry, culture, and a lot of other politically relevant things, but is a nice little one-off volume. It's a 50 some odd page story, and it's a chance for Guarnido to show off his skills as an environment artist, in my opinion. Beautiful, beautiful book.